Oye, ¿qué es lo que pasa aquí? ¿Eh? ¿Qué pasa aquí? ¿Qué es lo que pasa aquí, brother?
Hello, I'm Erica Davila. I'm a professor at Arcadia University. We've been doing preview trips, and basically the freshmen at Arcadia, or the first year students at Arcadia, have an opportunity to travel abroad for a week during spring break. And more than half of our students do go, and there's about 20 different previews, so 20 different trips, some to the same country. So this is the first Dominican Republic preview, so it's very exciting. Focused on sustainability. This trip was the only of all 20 previews that was a service trip. So our two big things for this trip is the aquaponics unit, which is happening right behind me, and then there's another group doing community surveying. And so both of these things are basically to help build a school on this land that hopefully will be here in a few years.
We've created this team of people that are really helpful in working on designs and all of that stuff. They've been really motivated and very awesome.
One of the things that I'm seeing is, you know, everybody's kind of carrying their own weight and just kind of seeing what has to be done. And so it's really been refreshing to not have to micromanage and just kind of know that everybody's going to just do what has to get done.
I was hoping to see what's happening where everybody's moving themselves forward, just really involved, and me not having to prod as much for them to being motivated. And the students have been really taking a lot of initiative, doing the research. I haven't had to provide a lot of direction during class. It's just, they tell me what's happening, like this is what we're doing and this is how we're designing it.
It's really refreshing, like from a leader's perspective, to be able to say, okay, like this is really a group effort. You know, it's like no matter how much micromanaging I do, it wouldn't be as much getting done. And I'm seeing it, it's only day 2, but I'm definitely seeing students like asking questions and really involved, and it's not just about, you know, carrying something from A to B. It's really trying to see the big picture, and they want to know why and what we're using this for and that for. So I think that's basically what I was hoping for, is that students would feel really connected to the mission of the trip.
The students they were so optimistic, they were so willing to do what they had to do. I mean, building aquaponics is not cute. You were in the dirt, in the hot, getting bug bites, but they were just so proud of it. My hands were on this.
I would say my hopes and goals is that this is the beginning of something real for them. Like, even if it's not DR, it's not schools for sustainability, like it launches them into their passion, like whatever it is. What this means to them and their development, especially our students, because they're mostly all 18, you know, traditional age first-year students in college, and whatever it launches them to do. I think that's my hope for them. I would say the goals, in addition to just learning about sustainability, like specifically learning about like service projects that are centered on the communities that we're serving. And so how do you like go to another country and do projects that mean something, that kind of have, when we leave, there's like life to them, you know, so it's like something that somebody's gonna build on after us. And specifically for this trip, for them to like understand the difference between like service learning versus community service. And what I mean by that is like the reciprocity involved with service. Like you can't just assume that the people in need are like, you know what they need, right? So like really getting them to understand how complicated it is to do service in a different cultural context, you know? So it's like you don't know the language, you don't know the culture, but you genuinely want to help. And what does that mean? So
I've been out of the country one other time, and it was to Italy, and it was kind of different, but I didn't expect it to be that different from the trip to Dominican. I didn't expect like their culture is so much different.
So in the beginning I was saying 2 things had to be done, and it was build aquaponics unit and serve the community, but you saw how invested they got into that. I could just pick any student. I feel like they got a new perspective. I felt like they grew as individuals. I saw that from like the beginning to the end. You know, you were able to hear their stories, understand it, and see in a different way. You come back and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful to have this, and they live this way and they're happy about it, so it made you feel like I should be grateful for what I have. Another thing they gained from the trip was just another sense of what community is. They had a really strong sense of community. The purpose of the survey was to make sure we understood what the community wanted for the school. We wanted to make sure that it's their school, not ours. We came to give back to the community, but we left getting more. I mean, you go in the community, it's not just simply, oh, we're gonna ask you some questions. Kids are coming, we're playing with the kids, and then you start talking. At that point, you build a friendship. And it was just so inspiring. I just loved it. How you just saw people just change throughout the trip, just like a few days, and you see it just became so much more than that. People really understood how it is to live in that poverty level. I mean, it's past poverty level. They are without water sometimes without electricity. You know, you don't have the government to help you.
I wasn't expecting to bond that much with people, but in the end I actually did. I bonded with like certain people, both from our group and from the natives from the Dominican, and that was a cool experience.
Once you're in their community and they accepted you, you are family to them. And before they left, it was really hard to say goodbye to the community. People are running, the kids are like, no. They were devastated, but I felt like we were more devastated.
But my mom made me apply here, and I feel like it is crucial for my education. Because, I mean, a lot of other trips, they didn't really do anything for the community. They just went there. So I think the trip was very inspirational in the fact that you went to a different country and you saw different people and how they lived and how their circumstances was versus your circumstances and how different they were. I actually learned a lot about myself and other people and what life is like for other people. I would definitely like to do some more work in the future. I kind of want to go and get a minor in Spanish and maybe go back to the Dominican where we are building the school and try to get a job there, or maybe just go to a different country and get a job.
But it was so cute to see all that. Everyone was like really excited. They put more than just what they were expected to in the trip. They put in their extra love. I don't know, it was just all that, the bonding we had, the love, and we have so much trust with one another. It was so great to see after just like 1 week, and we all became a family. I was so emotional. I was like, you guys are awesome. We had great people in the trip. To see how much people were like, we gotta finish this, and it was great to see, you know, it was done. You guys built this. And everyone's gonna see this, they're gonna use it, and you built this, it's in your hands.
To see what happens next is really exciting, you know? Like we're literally seeing it happen and unfold and develop into something that is gonna be amazing.
So I keep thinking about it and I'm super grateful about it. I just Instagrammed it, so I just reflected. I was like, oh my God, you guys are amazing. But what I wanted to say was, you could always follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Make sure you put like Schools for Sustainability.
¿Dónde está mi corillo? Mi trompeta, una bulla para mi trompeta. Taylor, Taylor, Memo, Memo, el muñeco. Baila conmigo, más suavecito. Baila conmigo, más suavecito. Baila conmigo, un poquito. Baila conmigo, un poquito. Te olvido, se 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 te olvido. Arriba mi corillo, arriba, arriba. Memo, 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 no te veo. Taylor, el muñeco. Chino con suegra.